Chapter 8: Air and Water. Learning objectives: about air, uses of air, about water, three forms of water, water cycle. We are surrounded by air, but we cannot see it because it is colorless and has no definite shape. We can, however, feel air when it moves. Moving air is called wind. When the air moves gently, it is called a breeze. When it moves very fast, we call it storm. You have already learned in the previous classes that air occupies space, exerts or applies pressure, and has force to move objects. You have also learned that air is a mixture of many gases consisting mainly of oxygen, nitrogen, and carbon dioxide. It also contains water vapor and dust particles. Uses of air: all living beings need air to breathe. All living beings breathe in oxygen and breathe out carbon dioxide. Plants use this carbon dioxide for making food through the process of photosynthesis and give out oxygen as an end product. If you burn a candle and cover it with a glass jar, you will find that the flame goes off after some time. This shows that fire cannot burn without air. Fire needs oxygen in the air for it to keep burning. As the air could not enter the glass, the flame went off. Wind is useful for us in several ways. It moves the blades of a windmill to help generate electricity. It helps ship to sail and dries our wet clothes. The air that surrounds us is made impure by harmful gases, smoke of factories and vehicles, and dust. This causes pollution in the air. Pollution makes our environment unclean and unsafe to live. If we breathe unclean air containing dust, smoke, germs, etc., we may suffer from many health problems like headache, breathlessness, and skin diseases. The pollution in the air can also cause irritation to our eyes. Plants make the air fresh. We should plant more trees. About water. Water is very important for life on earth. All living things need water to survive. Water forms a major part of all human beings, plants, and animals. It is essential for their growth and development. One can live without food for some time, but one cannot live without water for long. Water is found in ponds, rivers, lakes, seas, and oceans. These are called water bodies. It is also present under the ground. We use water for various purposes such as drinking, washing, watering the plants, bathing, etc. Three forms of water. Water is found in all the three forms of matter, which are ice, solid form; water, liquid form; vapor, gaseous form. Water changes into ice. When water is kept in an ice tray in the freezer of refrigerator, it changes into ice. Can we hold the ice cube? Yes. So, ice is the solid form of water. On cooling, water changes into ice. This process is called freezing of water. Ice changes into water. It is warm outside the refrigerator, so ice melts to form water. On heating, ice changes into water. This process is called melting of ice. Water changes into steam. When we heat water, it changes into steam or water vapor. This process is called evaporation of water. Steam changes into water. When we cool the steam by placing a steel plate in front of the spout of a kettle, it turns into drops of water on the plate. Thus, on cooling, steam or water vapor changes into water. This process is called condensation of water. Water cycle. We know that ice, water and water vapor are the three states of water. In nature too, water exists in these three states. What happens to the water when wet clothes dry in the sun? When the sun shines, water present in the wet clothes get heated and changes into water vapor. This is called evaporation. The water vapor then goes into the air. In the same way, the sun heats up the water from rivers, ponds, lakes and oceans. This water evaporates into the air as water vapor. When it reaches a great height, it forms clouds in the sky. Clouds are formed when water vapor mixes with dust and other things present in the air. This is called condensation. When water drops in the cloud are too heavy to remain in the air, they fall down as rain. If the place is very cold, the water vapor does not drop, it freezes into ice and comes down as snow. Then the rainwater or the snow runs back to fill the rivers, ponds and lakes. Again the same cycle continues. The cycle which involves the change of water into water vapor and then to water again is called water cycle. Fact time. Almost 3/4 of the earth's surface is covered with water. But we cannot drink all kinds of water. Sea water is salty, but water of rivers and lakes is not salty and can be used. Keywords: wind, moving air; breeze, wind that blows slowly. At a glance: consists of air, gases, water vapor, dust. Gases: oxygen, nitrogen, carbon dioxide. Water: found in ponds, rivers, lakes, seas, oceans. Forms: solid, liquid, gas. Water cycle. Uses: required for breathing, required for burning, required to generate electricity.